What's shaking, y'all boys? This is Red Rum with another video. Um, I'm here to talk about, man, my first pregnancy scare. It was an experience, man. For real. It was on some I was sweating bullets type stuff. But in this gameplay you see here, man, Zion, he was pretty much clutch. He was clutch factor. And if you paying attention to what's going on with him right now, yeah, he busting down little tutors, man. He busting down little tutors out here, and you know what I'm saying. That's all he want. You know what I'm saying. He not calling them back, nothing like that. So I got something similar like that. So it kind of connect. It kind of connect with this joint that that I was dealing with at the time, but I'm gonna kick it off right here. So, yet again, I was back on Tinder. I was back again on Tinder, making moves. I messed around and met a shawty. Where was she at? She ended up going to San Francisco State. Let's just say she went to San Francisco State. Um, you know what I'm saying? Little baby name was, we're gonna give her a name. Tasha. Okay, so Tasha was, she was something smooth or whatever. She basically agreed to, you know what I'm saying, have like no strings attached. I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying, I can go ahead and get it in. So we linked up, you know what I'm saying, but here's the catch. So I'm texting her or whatever, and she wants to go ahead, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, make a little sneaky link happen. So she informs me that she's a virgin. So this is basically my first time cracking a virgin. And I mean, I don't know. Everybody wants a virgin and all that. I understand. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I don't know. It's not all that cracked up to be, but I say the panooch is great though. The panooch is solid. It's solid. It's solid. It feels solid, but the effort of trying to break it in, it's a hassle. But other than that, we pretty much got to it. It was hard the first time to go ahead and crack her. So I'm sitting up. Her body is basically forcing me out and hella shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just do other things. So, use your imagination. So foreplay, all that, we got that popping off. And then we found out a nice little position that we can, what I'm saying, explore together to make the experience better for her and for me, and it's not like us just looking hella stupid. So we end up doing our thing, and the experience was cool. And backstory, um, she was alright. She was alright looking. She wasn't too bad, She was a little thick, little short joint. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how she dressed, like baby had no style. I ain't gonna lie, baby didn't have no style. Like I'm like, wow. But I seen her again on Tinder like recently. She changed up her whole style. I'm like, okay, baby, then you know what I'm saying, glowed up. But that's besides the point. But um, that was the first encounter. I waited a few weeks. You know what I'm saying. She said she wanted it again. So but she tells me, oh, but I want you to put in that work. And I'm looking at her like, work? Like, what you talking about? Like, I could barely work with what you got right now. Cause like your body keep rejecting me, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, it was hard. It was just overall just a horrible experience. But once I finally, you know what I'm saying, every time I was able to go ahead and get things popping and I was actually inside, it was solid. It was solid. But getting that motherfucker in there, it's like, I don't know. That shit was like goddamn calculus 3, nigga. I'm like, goddamn. So, we got it popping again. And I kept seeing her. I kept seeing her. Like, for hella long. Like, it got to the point where we basically knew each other's bodies or whatnot. And, she hit me. I think when was this? This was 2019. So this was about like 2 years ago. So this was around July 4th. July 4th weekend, she hit me. She talking about, I'm missing my period. Like, and when I got that text, and I'm sitting up barbecuing some ribs, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you talking about? Like, and she asking me questions like, oh, did you nut in me? And blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Did I finish inside her? And I'm like, no. Like, my pullout game is on point. I'm pretty much undefeated right now, but that ain't the way to go. That ain't the way to go. Strap up at all times. But your boy was on some crazy shit. But she's sitting up, oh, I feel weird and da da da. And I'm trying to go ahead and tell her, be smooth. It's not as bad as you think it is, And I'm just at this point, nigga, like going back and forth with her through text. I'm just like, I pray to God this broad is not pregnant, because your boy was definitely not ready to be a father, and I'm still not ready to be a father right now. I'm like, I can't go outside like that, man. I cannot go outside like that. So, I'm just like, okay, we gonna deal with this. Do I need to get you a plan B? What's up? Right? And she's like, no, I'm gonna just let this pass, and we gonna see what's popping. See what's popping later. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, right? So I'm still trying to get something popping for that weekend. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? You come see me or whatever. But she was like all in her fifis, man. All up in her fifis talking about, it wouldn't be a good time and blah, blah, blah. I'm going through some things. And then, not only that, like, baby found out, like, a little bit later that she couldn't have kids. Like, so I was happy as hell about that shit, but that's not where the pregnancy scare ends, man. So we still getting it popping still, and it turned into, it used to be a weekly thing, but then it turned into every 2 weeks or whatever, and so I wasn't really tripping because I was getting consistent panooch. So I got that popping off, and then shit, she hit me again with the I feel weird, and I feel weird, and did you nut in me shit? And I'm like, what is going on right now? And then she's sitting up talking about, oh well, I feel weird, and I'm just like, okay, at this point you tripping. Like, I'm not inside, like, just letting it go. I'm not doing that. I'm not letting it bust up inside you like that. We not doing that. So, long story short, basically, she went through it, and she started seeing less of me, because pretty much at this point, I'm having sex with her so much that it's just like, that's all I want from her. And that's what I told her what it was. I told her what the deal was, That's all I want is sexual relations. I want a fuck buddy. That's it. Like, I don't want nothing else. So, I had to pull a Zion on her, because she talking about, well, why don't you want to see me outside of having sex? Like, why can't we go to a movie? And this is what I respond with. Okay, if we're going to go to a movie, we're going to have sex after? And then she going to say, oh my God, you're so insensitive, blah, 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 right? So all up in her fifis and shit. So I had to pull a Zion, man. I had to cut her off, man. I had to fire the broad, man. I had to fire her. I had to fire, baby, because it's like, it wasn't worth it. But and then not only that, it's so much talent in the Bay Area. It's so much talent out here. I'm just like, man, I could draft somebody else and I'll be straight. So, you know, I messed around, fired, baby, and that was the end of our little relationship. But as far as sexually, I learned a lot of shit. I learned a lot of shit dealing with a virgin, man. Would I do it again? Possibly, but I know how to handle it. If things go left again, but the pregnancy shit, that shit was scary as hell, y'all. I was thinking about my future, nigga. My life was flashing before my eyes, nigga. There was moments where I couldn't sleep, nigga. My mom knew I was stressed the fuck out. Like it was horrible as fuck. Like I'm like, damn, man. But that Panuch was solid, man. And her dome game was, oh my god, it was A1. It was A1, and it was pretty questionable because it's like, how is it A1 and you a virgin? You know what I mean? Like, make that make sense to me, baby. Like, why is your dome game on Harvard when it should be on community college since you're so inexperienced? You know what I mean? But I digress. That was a good experience, but overall too, I forgot to tell y'all too. Like, baby was how she was built. I ain't gonna lie. She had a little, you know what I'm saying? She had a little kangaroo pouch on her. So that was the first time dealing with a bigger joint that I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? But I try everything as far as sexually with a female. That's what I'm saying. That's non. You know what I'm saying? That make you look sus once. So you know. I got that, you know what I'm saying? I got that popping off. But, I had to figure out the myth that everybody was saying, like homies, people online, just period. Like, they was like, man, them big joints, man, they be giving it up, man, as far as, you know what I'm saying, that Glock 3000, man. You know what I'm saying? The guac, man. Like, this shit is valid as hell. Like, nigga, they head game is crazy, man. So, but I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the gameplay. I just had to share with y'all another goddamn L slash dub from my crazy ass life. You know what I'm saying? But y'all enjoy the gameplay and y'all be smooth. Red Rum out.